Hey there everyone! So, it is officially December and I have my setup here for you for the December bullet journal, and it's not complete. Unfortunately, I am behind and hopefully we'll figure that out at some point soon. But I wanted to show you what's new and what's not. So, as you may remember from November, I did a review segment, and hang on one second, I've done this poorly here. Okay, so I did a review segment for the previous month, and I kept that, gratitude log and basic review. And then for the new month, I've got my outlook and anything that I want to plan for here, which obviously is not complete. And I did do it correctly this time. I used the month color and changed it for the new month. And now this, I will show you in just a moment, is this Tombow color. I think it's ice blue or glacier blue, something like that. And it turned out it is much lighter than I thought it would be. It is a very nice color, but it's very light. So, and then from there, I decided this is new. An index page, and this comes from my experience with using Franklin Covey and having a monthly index page to reference notes and ideas from that month. I wanted to test this out and see if this might be a little bit more useful to me than trying to do an index for the entire book, because I have not been able to do that. I just find it way too tedious. And I don't see it as being particularly useful if I'm looking for something in something specific, but I don't know what month it was in, or then I have to look through the entire thing. Nothing's alphabetized. It's just I have this random list of stuff with page numbers at the front of the book. That's not really my ideal. And then here again I have the life goals, or not life, but the goal sheet, level 10 life. Here is how mine turned out from last month. Pretty dismal, but, and this one I actually need to color in that last part. I did complete that one, so I completed one thing on here. But it gave me a good visual representation, and I made some notes about how I felt about using it. And so I'm going to use it again for the coming month. And then here is where I'm going to put my goals for the month. And then here I have my financial tracker again. And then this is going to be my compass reading like I did last month. I'm behind on that. And I have my editorial calendar. Today I have been working on YouTube videos, and some of these I will make corresponding blog posts for. And I have not yet started delving into Facebook. I do want to put out a newsletter this month, and I have a new product offering that I'm going to be telling you about in various videos, blog posts, etc. So that's the editorial calendar, and you can see that I did make the change I wanted to on the side here. Instead of just repeating the word editorial, I put in calendar there. And then I go straight into my week. And I don't believe I pointed this out before, but I have changed my weekly setup just a little bit. You'll notice the words, the day names are different. Instead of putting them at the top, I've taken the style that I was using for the day pages and put it here, because I decided that even though I was doing daily pages, where's an example of one? I was wasting space. It wasn't really this. I really loved this, but it wasn't really working out because, as you can see, I wasn't using it consistently, and then I have wasted space. So now I've combined those ideas of the style that I like with the weekly plan that I like, and I have moved to doing just a list daily with every time I start in on a new day, I just add that date. So let me see if I find the last one that I can show you from last month. Here. So this is how I'm doing it now, and there's a lot less wasted space, and for the moment I'm happy with this. Okay, so that is the setup for December so far. And I also wanted to show you what I am currently using to set up my bullet journal. I've gone with a minimalist theme because trying to do a whole bunch of coloring and color coding and stuff just doesn't work for me. I'm not that involved with it. So I have narrowed it down to my ruler to draw out my all of my weekly stuff, any of the grids and anything that you saw in there, I use that for. I did wind up getting a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen to do the drawing because this is water fast, and yeah, and it's a nice dark black. So all of the outlining, a lot of the written stuff is in black. And then for each month, I'm going to be using a different color. So for example, November was this coral color. And this is the only marker I used for any decorative coloring. This was it for November. October, I believe I had this orchid color. So each month I'm changing to a new color, and this month is glacier blue. In order, I thought that would go well with December. And then I have a mint green for January. And that's it. That's all I'm using. Just these three things basically. Now I do have my Staedtler fine liners. I love these. I don't really love all of the colors. So what I use these for, I am using a couple of them, like this one here and the orange, to do my little check boxes at the beginning of the day for if I'm doing my morning miracle items. And anything highly important that I want to highlight, I use the red. Orange is for appointments. Light blue I use to write in my personal appointments. And then the dark green is what I use to write in my work hours. Those are the only ones that I use. I only use them for color coordinating my schedule. And other than that, I don't use these in my bullet journal at the moment. So there you have it, my current setup and the items I am using to do it. I know it can get overwhelming. I've seen folks that have these huge boxes full of all these markers and highlighters and stamps, and that's way too much for me. I can't deal with all that. So these are what I use. All right, thank you very much for checking it out, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.